Don't pick what to see
That's
based
we were
on what
planning
you
to do.
enjoy.
Well, ours is just we go away.
yeah, yeah. You're not at home. You're not at home.
We're
So
away.
we
We can't
yeah,
really be
we're
caught
away.
out with that one. Right, okay, that's mad. I mean, I told you about that one that I went to see. It's all about what I want to be when I grow up.
Yes.
And it was just a guy with a big pot of you had to put what you wanted to be when you grew up into the pot, and he would pick one out and then dress up as that thing
Ah, okay.
and then do a wee dance
Oh, that's fun.
20 times
20 times.
for 20 different things.
So it's an hour, isn't it? So it's 3 minutes each of those things.
Yeah.
I suppose half of that's the costume change.
Yep.
I used to know someone who did. Are we recording, by the way?
Yep.
I used to know someone who did. She did. She's gone now. She doesn't gig now, and she was. And I don't mind being a little mean about her because she was also a psychic medium, and I don't believe in them. I think it's inherently cruel. But she did an hour here, and it was in the barge, and it apparently involved a lot of costume changes. But I don't think she went down well, and so what I gathered was she was doing the costume changes kind of on stage in total quiet,
Oh, no.
and it was apparently quite painful.
Like, at least make a joke about it while you're getting changed or something.
Yeah,
No, like,
yeah.
Needs to
Like,
go
don't just
backstage, yeah.
stay
So this
quiet.
podcast is McVeigh and Ray go away, but also this is Sam's house, so you haven't gone away.
No,
Yeah,
this is
my house.
what
yeah.
should we
McVeigh
call
and-
it? The McVeigh ran home.
Just stay home. Stay home.
McVeigh's
Yeah,
Stay home podcast.
yeah. McVeigh and Ray, shelter in place. That's a bit more apocalyptic, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be more ragged for that. You need to dress worse if you're sheltering in place. I
I mean,
think.
I'm doing pretty well with that. Like,
Yeah, no, you dress comfortably, not bad. You know,
You're,
You're
you're, wearing,
just-
you're wearing a suit at the
you're
fringe, though, making you wear proper
you're
suit.
lounging.
Only if you wear casual clothes. At
I'll
some
wear
point we'll
casual.
swap.
Mm.
He has a suit that doesn't even fit him. I'm just like, I'm gonna break it.
Who does it
Makes
fit? Who
sense.
does it fit? Or I mean, is it like
well,
who,
it's like too small for you, right?
It's too small for me,
So
and I
it's
think
like-
it would look
Who's
really
that
I'll just
for?
break- it won't
Who's
even
that
fit
for?
Me apparently.
This-
I'll just break it instantly. It
I
doesn't
think
make
you
any
would just
sense.
break. Yeah, yeah.
It was
What
like
are
a
you gonna do?
fiver. I found like a fiver on eBay, and I was like, I'll just buy it.
You're quite a slight man, and so I feel like
And I'm not.
yeah. No, I think you're like you're a normal man, and
I wore it last time on the podcast.
Yes,
it
but
was
it's
lovely.
me.
yeah,
You're
Yeah.
saying you want me to wear it. I'll
Yeah.
just break it instantly, or I won't even be able to
Don't
put it
care
on.
about it.
Right. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
haven't thought this
If
through,
it
but
doesn't
it's fine.
if it doesn't fit Sam, he doesn't give a fuck. Really, I suppose, isn't it? It's like just Hulk out of that. Actually, you know that might be a good look on you, Will, because it look like you've got so buff that you're like, this suit fit me at the start of the fringe.
Maybe.
And
I'm
sure,
area
I've
I'm more
got-
worried about. To be honest, the
absolutely,
belly
yeah.
area.
Well, what we could do is we could draw some abs on you.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
You remember that guy? You remember what's that guy in Big Brother who had that?
Who had drawn on abs?
He had surgery to make it look like he had abs. Oh, he did have a six pack, but he was like fat.
I have seen
It's
those.
horrendous.
I have seen those, and Sarah Jade used to have a bit about it, but so I'm just gonna quote her. But it's like it makes you look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yes.
Where you like
Yes.
got the bloat, but then it's like you've got a segmented
a-
bloat.
Exactly. You've got a big
Yeah.
belly, but you've also got abs.
Have you ever,
Yeah.
seen, have you ever seen those things like you can get in like some shop? It's just this plastic grate you just put like there, and it just like you stick it to yourself, and it's a really bad health risk because it's cutting into you, and it just gives you a six pack. It has the mark of a six pack.
Isn't that what they say? Like cheese grater abs. Like he's like literally got a cheese grater for some abs as well. Like that probably feels like fucking horrible. I used to wear a plastic six pack when I was in a play when I was in P7, and we were doing Mulan, and I was Shang. I was the let's get down to business to defeat the Huns
Oh,
guy.
that song.
That was that, yeah, I'll make a man out of you,
Ah.
which
Beautiful.
is very weird to hear from the mouth of a child. It's like I'll make a man out of you.
Who's
So-
that for?
yeah, and I was wearing like a painted wife beater and a plastic set of abs that I stuck under the shirt. And I was like, I'll make a man out of you. More like I'll make you
So
smoke
it's
around
more
the
like
back of
Die
the.
Hard than
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah. Well, it was more. No, they painted it gold to look like the breastplate of a Chinese warrior. And the Chinese warrior just happened to be a 4 foot nothing 11-year-old boy with a extremely high pitched voice. I mean, in fairness, we all did have high pitched voices. We were children.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm body shaming a child.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
that
you.
was me. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
me as well. I was like, little fat bastard, like just anorexia live. Which is also probably an Edinburgh Fringe show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anorexia Live.
I would go watch Anorexia Live and
Yeah.
just comment on it as a fellow Anorexia. I'd just go, mate,
Yeah.
you're doing great. Doing great, mate. Don't worry.
It's great. Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen any horrendous Fringe shows?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
over
yeah.
the years, like ones you're like, oh my god, get me out of here.
Yes. No, well, there was a lot of nudity, but like sometimes there was a period in the 2010s where nudity was all the rage, but it was kind of meaningless after a while. It just sort of felt like when some comic ran out of ideas, they'd just go, well, I'm getting my dick out now. And
Actually got their dick out.
Oh yeah. There's people. Yeah, I guess people don't do that as much these days, and for good reason. Maybe don't.
Well, it's most because social media is like a big thing now, and I feel like if you took your dick out, someone would just film it.
So,
Yeah.
wait, so it's like a countdown time where a certain number of jokes doesn't work, and they're just like, right,
Well,
windmill or
dick
whatever
time.
you
Yeah.
call it.
It's dick o'clock. It's dick o'clock, everybody. No, there was a guy called Bob Slayer, and he was sort of known as kind of the crazy cowboy of the fringe, like because there's like there's what do you call it? There's like the Laughing Horse fringe, and there's PBH fringe,
Yes.
and I'm determined not to do too many comedian in joke stuff, so I'll not like linger on this. But he had his own one, and it was only in one venue, and it was called Bob's Heroes of the Fringe and all that. And he was sort of known as like the party comedian. Like he broke his back being thrown in a wheelie bin at a concert, and he had this big massive beard. And he did the Pav once weirdly when he was in Northern Ireland with his mates, and he headlined. It was wonderful. And then I saw him at the Fringe a couple months later on a night out, and he just gave me a big massive kiss on the lips and a little bit of tongue, and I was like, all right, okay.
Okay.
A guy you met once before.
Once before, and I don't think he recognized it was me when he kissed me either. I think he was just looking to kiss a fella. But yeah, I saw his R in the Fringe, and it was really. There was really no reason for him to get his dick out, but it was really obvious that the bit he was doing was structured towards, oh, I'm having a breakdown, out it gets, out I go, and it wasn't like a particularly remarkably good or bad dick. It was just a normal dick, and I think he was sort of. He would wiggle about a bit. He ran out into the street with it for a little bit, and that was just all the rage.
Was that towards the end of the show?
It was, yeah. You don't start with that.
You know,
That's
it's more like in the middle of it. What do you
build in music?
It's a strong opener. Is this guy dick out?
It has to be a
There
finisher.
was a show I saw last year with my brother, and it was called Slugs. It won some awards. It was wonderful, really good show. They're doing a work in progress this year, and they're doing it again in a couple of weeks. I recommend it. But in the middle of the show, they go a bit nuts. And one of them's I was gonna a non-binary person, and they have got they're not wearing any bottoms. They're Donald Duck in it, and the guy is just fully naked, I think. And at one point he put a gun. Me and my brother were in the front row, and he put a gun in my brother's mouth and said, "Call me a," and then he said a slur.
Right.
It was a homosexual slur. It's like he's put a gun in my brother's mouth and said, "Call me a," and like I feel like this is a real true test of wokery, isn't it? Because my brother didn't do it, and and then
Well,
he moved
even
on.
if he had a gun down his
Wasn't a real
throat,
gun,
Yeah, it wasn't a real gun.
Yeah.
Crucially, I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is because my brother's in the Green Party in Scotland, and I feel like if a word got around, maybe there's job loss afoot, So and then they put the gun in my mouth, and I did say it, but that's.
Well, you're comedians.
Pretty-
You can
you
get
want the
I'm
show
a
to
pretty
run
edgy
along, like-
guy. I'm an edgy guy. I'm gonna be on Rogan now. I'm gonna do some. What's the one? Ivermectin. I'm gonna mech up my ivers. But
Sure,
yes.
there was that really weird show we went to see, and like poor George Robinson was just sitting there asking me questions the whole time. We went to see this really weird wrestling, right? It was like
Stamp Time, was this? No.
No,
It was
it
like
was actual wrestling. It was
Yeah.
actual like
we had to pay 20 quid. He got in for free,
Yeah.
like because he's special. Got a special week ticket.
I was working for the conflict.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
wasn't like give him a free
Yeah, it wasn't. You had to get your dick out. That was the thing.
no, but like George is just sitting there the whole time, going right. So who's that? That's Loki. What's he the god of? Mischief. Who's that? That's Athena. What's she the god of? War. Why are they together? Because they're brother and sister. But why are they not? Why are they kissing? It's just Greek mythology. I don't know, George. Stop asking me all these
I
questions.
somehow suspect that George knew who Loki
he
was
just might
as
not.
a writing major, and I
Then
feel like it
every
was
so often he kept going, "Here, comedians wrestling, right?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Who would I go against? I want to see you get crushed by Mickey Bartlett."
I think Mickey could take 3 of you. I think it would.
Yeah.
I think it would take 4 or 5 of you to fight a 10th of Mickey. I think that was the thing that really came out of the boxing was like. I think maybe this is why the second time it was less fun because everyone had trained for a year and it was like, oh, everyone's actually too good at boxing. Now
Yeah.
this is what's, but like there's some people you go, oh, some of those guys can really fight, and actually maybe that's bad. It was much more fun the first year when everyone was a lot less practiced and a bit more silly. But I think Mickey could obviously beat both the whole time because I think he's done a lot of boxing for a long time and funny bleeds out of him. But you cut that man and he bleeds japes.
They probably don't want to spend that much time doing it.
No.
Probably the amount of time, though, how seriously they took it's just like 2 months of your life, just like
Yes.
not even gigging, just
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
making any money, just going for that.
It's
It
like
was for charity, wasn't it?
It was for charity.
Yeah,
It was
so
for
they didn't
Pips.
make any money for just being in it and
Yeah, yeah. And like the first year it was like, oh, here we'll have a bit of training, we'll have a bit of laugh for charity. And then the next year it was like, the weak must give way for the strong. People, so if he dies, he dies. And it's like proper smack talk. Some of them I think it started Ozempic at the time or something. Fucking Shane's in New York getting training from someone who looks like he trained Muhammad Ali or
I remember
something.
that,
You know what I mean?
yes, yes,
Like, yeah, but sure. Well, I mean, you know, it's just my opinion anyway. I'm just talking a bit of guff.
no, no.
But yes. So doing the Fringe this year. Are you doing 2 weeks or the full thing?
2 weeks.
2 weeks
2
is-
12
That's
nights.
about-
in a
that's
row.
about right.
12 nights. Yeah, I don't really see the point.
Not
in
that you're
doing
right,
the
Lee.
full thing. Like, I
Yeah.
don't really. It's more for the experience. Like, it's not. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think it does make you a better comedian no matter what.
Yeah.
And I think there's probably
Yeah.
a point past which it doesn't stack, and probably you probably have a breakdown in 2 weeks anyway.
Speaking of the Fringe, though, I went to see Stuart Lee and the Man Wolf recently.
How was
The
that?
ticket is right
I saw.
behind
I saw.
Luke. Yeah.
You got a picture of them
It
and
was,
all.
it was brilliant. Yeah, really cool. I mentioned Stuart Lee. I was a bit nervous.
You mentioned Stuart Lee.
So I went. I
You
got,
Have you heard of Stuart Lee?
I
That's
had
like
a bit
the
of a,
ultimate
I had a
alt
bit of a,
comedy
like a
bit.
breakdown because I was a bit like a bit stressed. I was
Yeah.
meeting, like the guy that like I started comedy like Stuart Lee. Wow.
That's lovely. Yeah.
And it was like crazy. And I remember going to my dad. I can't talk to him. My dad went, "Don't just tell me you do stand up." And I was like, "Okay." And I said, "Oh, I do stand up, right?"
Uh-huh.
And he said, "So what are you doing this year?" I said, "Oh, I'm doing the Fringe this year." And he asked me, "What room am I? What room are you doing in the Fringe?"
Aye.
You're gonna love this. He say he put two Sam, good luck in the bottle room.
Ah, that's what a lovely guy. Do you know as well? He 1 year. You know what? You know
And he gave me this book for free. Sorry, he gave me
Oh,
this
did he
book for
not?
free as well.
Oh, was this the second one or the first one?
This is his first one.
The first one's great as well.
No, the first one's it's funny because the first one's all about like how to get started,
yeah.
and I don't have that one, was upstairs. But he just signed it and then put, "Ignore this, Sam. This doesn't apply to you anymore."
Very good.
That's funny.
But it was like really weird because then Connor Charlton was
Uh-huh,
there, right? And I think I got my books for free. He had to pay for his.
He probably went up after and said, "I do comedy." And
Yeah.
it's
No,
like,
he went before me. That's the
like-
thing.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
It's like
The whole
everyone-
queue starts saying.
Yeah,
that.
it's probably like everyone here keeps telling me they do fucking comedy. I would almost be a red flag to me if I was Stuart Lee. I was like, I'm losing the people.
No,
I'm
but-
only getting the freaks.
But with me, like with me, I went up to he like so he said, "Well, I do comedy." He's like, "Tell me one of your jokes, then." And I told him that abortion joke. He's like, "That's alternative. I like that joke. That's weird." Sort of
That's very
thing.
sweet.
It was lovely though. It was but like he's weird though because you think on stage he's very aggressive. He's very liberal, kind of like
Yes.
conservative. Kinda. He's not off stage. He's very well spoken.
Well, it is a character up there, isn't it? And he's
Yeah,
truly,
but
you
like
can tell
he-
he's got a soft
Even
heart.
then, he's very well spoken. He's very different. You know?
Ah, that's
He
great
gets
to
out of his
see.
system.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that kind of makes sense because the sort of things that one stands for aggressively on stage are probably things that are quite nice off stage. Probably. There was a year that Alan Irwin was doing the Fringe. It was like 2014, and he was doing really well. And Alan was really linked to a guy called Michael Legg. He's from Newton Ards, but he gigs in England, and he's like linked to Stuart Lee and stuff like that. And like there was one day that Alan took off because he was hungover and a bit ill, and apparently Stuart Lee went to Alan's venue at the time Alan's show was on and was seen around there, and supposedly Michael Legg told him to go see him,
Oh,
and he missed his chance. And that is so classic. It's not classic Alan, it's like classic the character of Alan for something like that to happen to him, to have Stuart Lee come to see your show and is like, I'm not here today, I'm being sick in a
Stuart Lee did
bucket.
said he was in Edinburgh. He might come see the show.
Good, yeah.
That'd be so
Well, he
good.
knows now, he knows where it's at.
Yeah.
He could probably just look you up and all. That'd be very sweet of him, I think, as well.
I was thinking like maybe tracking down his agency. Like I haven't done this yet. Maybe tracking down his agent. Maybe send him just a wee like letter because he doesn't really use social media, and I respect that.
Yeah,
So just send him a letter or like an email just to say thank you for
that's a
that,
nice idea. That's really
and
nice.
give him the
idea.
name of the show and stuff.
Ah, clever,
Yeah.
clever bit of guerrilla marketing there. Thank you so much for being
Yeah,
so
you
kind.
should.
Oh, why don't you come to the bottle room at what time?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
10 over 10.
Have you like pre-sold any? I mean, it'd be
I
mental if
haven't
you
even
had.
looked, to be honest. I don't think so.
Probably not. I
I
mean,
don't
like,
think so. I don't even know how to look
it's
yet.
very
we're
early.
focused on the Sunflower show at the moment. It's getting trying to sell.
Sunflower's
tickets.
doing okay.
Ah,
yeah,
well, then you're
Sunflower's doing
sweet.
okay,
Then
yeah.
you're sweet. Like, I mean, most Free Fringe shows by design don't really pre-sale
Our show's not
anyway.
free Fringe though.
We have
Oh, it's not?
no, it's expensive. Like,
Oh
it's
fuck.
expensive,
Okay. Oh
yeah.
shit. Oh.
It's
Shit.
We're the only really comedians like that are doing the Fringes here that aren't doing the free Fringe.
No, Franco's doing the.
He's doing
He's
the
the
same
same
venue as us.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's doing the-
So,
he's doing the
just
He's-
as
I
like, so it's
I worked at so we're in the bottle room, which is kind of further down and like under thing, and he's just above us. I think.
Ah,
Is he
nice
in the same
neighbours.
place?
I think he's in the same place because
So
like
there's 4 different locations.
it's
but you
very
could be
different.
right.
I'm pretty sure he's in the same place because ours is the bottle room, and then his is I think this might have been this is ages ago when I checked tickets and I was talking to him about it. I think he said his was in like the Mash Room bar, and ours is in the Mash House, and the Mash House is a room. Is the bottle room is in a room within the Mash House. So I don't know if he's in the same place.
I think I sort of know roughly where that is. I think you're probably on the same.
It's like right beside Monkey Barrel 1. Is it?
Yes, I was in a show in the Mash House there. I think not last year, but the year before, and it was like an Irish-based
I did
comedy
that
show.
one as well, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
run by
Michael.
yes, my Michael, and Michael was at my very first gig as well. It was a workshop I did in Oma a billion years ago, and you know he's a character, like he was a character then, he's a character now, but like, and he was like, come by, sure, do the show, and I was like, sure, yeah, it'd be good to see you again. And like when I got there, the sound tech guy was like, is Michael gonna be all right? And I was like, yeah, and he seemed all right when I saw him a couple hours ago, and he like fell out of a toilet cubicle like with holding like 4 pints, being like, I've been spiked. And it's
God.
like, I think you might just be steaming, man. And he
Yeah.
did like 25 minutes of incredibly aggressive, I think we'll say, crowd work, and like you know sometimes you're going on and you're like like you need to reassure the crowd, like I'm not him.
Yeah, I'm not that.
I'm not him.
Yeah.
Like you can feel safe, you know.
I don't know if that's the bottle. Is that the bottle room? Do you know what one that is? Do you know? I did
don't.
that 2 years ago as well.
Uh,
I'm not sure.
I've no idea myself now.
The
But your
bottle-
first gig was a workshop gig.
Workshop gig, you know.
What's a workshop gig?
It was like a comedy workshop for people who wanted to try stand-up comedy. But
my
I
first
was
gig
the
was a
only-
workshop gig too.
Was it? Oh, who was it with?
Was it Paul Moan?
Oh,
That-
Paul
that
Moan.
one?
Yes,
Did
yes,
you-
yes. Yeah, because
I
Paul
did
filled
that-
that
I
gap
did
for a long
that-
time.
I did that. Was that 2023? It must be 2023.
It
'cause
would've
then I
been.
did the pavilion in 2023
Yes.
first.
Who taught yours?
A guy called Neil Dugan. So like whenever the scene started in 2008, obviously everyone's equally new.
The scene started in 2008.
Yeah,
What was before that?
there was Doing the Empire once a year,
Okay.
which Graham Watson and Paddy McGahey did, and that was kind of it.
That was
Like,
it. Okay.
That was it.
And
Yeah.
then it's okay. It started in 2008.
It's
okay.
really kind of started in 2008 with a guy called Liam Watson starting the PAV. But yeah, around that time, I didn't start for years after that, but there wasn't really, everyone was equally new and everyone was equally shed for a very brief period before some cream rises and some cream sours. But like to headline, there was one established act, and it was a guy called Neil Dugan, and basically he'd been around since like working men's clubs time of stand up, because my dad had even seen him. My dad worked with him even, and so he was the established act, and he did warm up for Stephen Nolan, and he did that episode. He did the 2012 flag protest episode and everything, which was not an easy job. I
Can imagine.
yeah, oh no way in hell. And so yeah, Neil Dugan was like the headliner for everything for years. I don't think he enjoyed it because he was used to getting paid better and more professionally run gigs, and because he did a lot of corporates because he was the guy.
Yeah.
And I think he wrote for the Blame Game. He was on the Blame Game once or twice when
Where is he today?
he is half a mile up the road and retired from stand-up comedy. He's off the Craigie.
I'm pitching. I've never seen the guy, but I'm saying bring back Neil Dugan. Bring him back.
I've tried. Every now and again. Every now and again.
He's like in the Facebook group.
I think
He's
he's
the
one of the
boss.
He is,
moderators.
he
Yeah.
is, 'cause he started it, yeah. Whenever he saw something forming, I think he did start that. And or maybe it felt like at the time I started, it felt like Colin had started because he was posting, Colin Geddes, because he was posting in it more regularly, I think. And then I think he probably left because it's not much use to him.
No.
But so Neil Dugan taught it, and it was me, Michael Porter, Rory McSwiggan, still going, still running gigs, and someone whose name and who's now a different gender, or has always been a different gender. I'm not quite sure, but how did the past tense and the time terminology of it? Sometimes I've never actually really checked. I mean, because they were always they in here, and at the time they were.
I would just say
somebody else.
they were just transgender. No?
Yeah, they're trans. Yeah, so yeah, I guess you say they're trans.
They
So-
transferred. I would say.
yeah, the transfer. Well, that makes it sound like they've been bought by another team.
So it's like actually
It's
like
big.
transformed, like Transformers just transformed into
Yeah.
a different gender. Now that would be impressive.
Yeah, imagine giving like a press conference when you're like, "We've actually been bought by women. I am woman now. Yeah. What's the transfer window there? What is that? Is it maybe like?
I don't know how to
Probably
take. What's the window for payments here? Like, what? How far do we have to go?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, since Tavistock closed, damn it. But yes. So that person was related to Neil Dugan. So I think that was they were just brought in to fill the gap. But they had a lovely time, and I didn't think they were really that arsed about it, because some of the stuff they were saying just seemed completely random, and I think me and Michael and Rory were like, oh, I hope they do all right on the night. I think they might have a hard time because it ends with a gig,
Yeah.
and on the night they didn't do anything they'd written. They just did a Russell Howard set.
Oh.
And I think
grim.
it was like, fair enough, and they did better than all of us.
Yeah, but of course it's not their stuff.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't think they cared, because they didn't do it again after that. I don't think they had any interest.
No,
But
fair enough.
Well,
aye.
it's Paul, after I did my one, we were supposed to all do like 5 minutes. And I think you remember, I just went up and just did 3 minutes, then walked off.
Did you?
You didn't care. You were like, great. And then, because I won the best newcomer.
Oh, in the
thing.
Pav one? Yeah. I thought you
when
meant
it was still a thing a million years ago.
Aye.
And Paul came up to me going, "What the fuck? You were supposed to do 5. You only did 3 minutes." I was like, "Yeah, but it was 3 minutes of good jokes."
Yeah, I fucking killed those 3 minutes there.
and then it was like,
You left them wanting more.
and then it was like, and then I won like the thing. I just saw when I was on stage again. I just saw Paul just going,
Really?
"Yeah, he was pissed."
That's
at me.
surprising.
3 good minutes is good.
That's surprisingly.
Better than
I mean, you
5,
did.
okay.
I mean,
yeah.
you did win though. You did win though, didn't
Yeah.
you? So who's fucking shaking their head now?
And I haven't done that set since that like shit 3 minutes.
The girl at MC'd my Glasgow gig there,
Uh-huh.
you did a comedy course for me.
Oh,
in
did
Glasgow,
she?
yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Really?
So I did a comedy course in 2018 and then never followed it through. But I went to a few of her classes, and then she was MC in my Glasgow gig.
Oh, that's nice. Did
Yeah.
she remember you?
Yeah, well, kind of.
That must have
Whenever
been-
I said it.
That must
I
have felt
didn't-
rude for you because you didn't remember her. You're
I
like,
know. Well,
"Ah, you."
I kind of, I saw her as the MC. Her name's Viv, and I was like, yeah, I remember her. She taught
What's
me.
her surname?
Viv G.
I've
She
heard
does
the name.
classes,
I
yeah.
don't know her, but I've heard the other name. Obviously, I don't know that many people over in England and all that, so I don't know why I wagered that I would. I don't really. I used to gig a bit more in like England and stuff like that, and I don't really see the point, because I love Northern Ireland, and if you want to build something, you sort of don't really have to.
No,
Go
no.
places
The
to
reason
do it.
for me, I want those were. So I went to my first gig when I was like 19 in the Edinburgh stand, and then I
Should have
lived in,
started by then. I'm just saying.
and then I lived in Glasgow for years and went to the Glasgow stand like every week. That's where I decided I wanted to do it. So those ones were like Sam really wants to do Lavery's. For me, I really wanted to do the stand.
No, I don't.
Nice.
I don't want to
So
just
I'm
do
dream
really
that.
venue.
happy. So
Dream
like now
venue.
that I've done all that, that's like they're my dream venues. So now I've done them. I'm just like
I don't give a
I
shit.
just
Now
a year,
what?
but yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm happy enough. But I
Yeah.
really wanted to do those ones.
Well, yeah, you can't always derive meaning from sort of goal-oriented behavior, because sometimes you hit the goal and then you go, now what? What do I do with the rest of my life?
It is a bit like that. Yeah.
Credits were meant to roll there, actually. I was meant to ascend. I felt like that after I did the Ulster Hall a few years ago, and that had always been I would love to prove that I can do a big room, and then you do prove that you can do a big room. Nobody really gives a fuck anyway.
Who was that?
I was supporting Willie Thompson there,
Right.
and then the year after, he was very kindly let me do support for him at the Waterfront as well. So that was like a step above my dream venue thing, and that was both wonderful. Do you know what? Like, but it's nice because now you do it. I can tell open micers what room feels like those big rooms, and so you can feel a bit
Just
more
say the
ready
PAV.
for them. I mean, there is an echo. There is an echo in the PAV.
Well, that's more because
Did-
people aren't laughing.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? Because
Yes.
sometimes when I do a big gig, it's like not enjoyable because it's too scary or like too you build it
Yes.
up too much or whatever. So like I really enjoyed the stands, but I didn't really enjoy hot water that much because I was like I don't know, I was too nervous.
Yeah, there's extra pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because whenever I did Frog and Bucket a billion years ago, whenever I started,
So that
and
really harsh gong show
Yeah,
thing.
that's
it's
I
meant
did
to
it
be
a month
harsh.
ago.
It was lovely when I did it. No one got. I think one person got gonged off.
It's harsh when I did it.
And
I
I
did it.
I
Anyway,
think
doesn't
like
matter.
it depends on the MC and the vibe, because I think a good MC and maybe shoot a little bit for some gong shows, whip them up a bit. There's a gong show in Belfast where they don't do that, and I think that's good because it's meant to be a new material.
Well,
gig.
except if Mr. David Doherty Jeb is emceeing it and he
Oh,
goes,
does he whip
he
him
goes,
up?
"Here, come on, you should really go." And then the next that guy's gone up, and you're like, "Fuck you,
Yeah,
David."
I think though, it's that you don't really need to whip them up there because it's not overbooked. There's like every act could not get gonged off and people would be home at a
There's only
reasonable
7
hour.
acts or something,
It
yeah.
it just gives them a little bit of power, I suppose, to exercise if they're not
Someone's
having a
doing
nice
really
time.
badly.
Yeah. Just you can put
What
everyone out
always
of their
gets me
misery.
about that thing, watching it, it was like, I think I saw, was it Jordan Robinson or William? I can't remember. It was one of them two. And I saw a video of Jordan getting gonged off, and then they asked him to come back on stage. Does that happen?
I think it can happen in some gigs. I used to have a gong show in the Pav, which, by the way, I don't want to do too many local comedy in jokes, just for listeners. Gong show.
They're all comics anyway.
Yeah. Wait, I saw the last one with Loxley had 60-something viewers.
Yeah, but how many times did we watch?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
the only like subscriber I've gained since this
It's a comic.
is Rory Woods, who
Who works
I
next
kind
to you.
of work with,
Yeah.
so he knows me. So I feel like that's sort of kind of cheating it.
Yeah. Yeah. Gong show though. Normal gig. Audience members have like red cards. If all three of them go up, you're off the stage before your set's done. And we used to put one on in the Pav, and it was mostly because at the time there was a lot of acts who I not only didn't like, but really wanted them to quit. But I was the only open mic, and I don't really.
That's really harsh.
I don't really believe in cutting folks off, and so I was like, and they seemed to be immune to how bad they were doing, and I was like, if I can get them really live feedback from a crowd, so we would put on like 12 to 15 people doing 5 minutes, which means that if everyone doesn't get gonged off, the night's going to go on too long, so
Yeah.
someone's going to get gonged,
Yeah.
and I would put on some of these acts who I like and put them next to acts who I did not like, and the guy MCing was a guy called Connor McGinley, still gigs now,
Yeah.
and and Connor's got a rebellious spirit, and so he felt very comfortable going crush people's dreams, as he's English, and he's like, it's
Yeah,
I mean, it can
that's
sound
him.
like Russell Brand there,
No,
but
Yeah.
crush people's dreams, get your cards up and fucking ruin their lives, and it really worked, and some of those terrible acts got gonged off, and it did not have the intended effect, because they go backstage and they're like, I meant to get gonged off because I just knew they wouldn't go for my edgy material, and it's like
no.
because like obviously there's edgy acts now, but there's a stereotype of edginess that doesn't really exist in real life anymore, and it did in the late 2010s, where people were like, I'm a bit of a sort of rebel guy, because I make fun of the sort of people you don't usually get to make fun of, like women, and like you guys ever hear of women and they suck, don't they? And like
There's a
yeah.
way to do that though. Like I feel
yes,
like there's
well,
a
you
way
I think you can joke about it.
to do that, but make sure you're doing something that's different. Like not just going fuck women, I hate them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's like there's no joy. There was one time where he said something that really tickled me, and I had to leave a room because I was giggling because I didn't want him to think it was a good bit. It's just that he had
You're
said.
brutal.
It's just that he had said. Well, I want him to get an
Is
accurate.
that why you go to the bathroom every time I'm on stage?
No,
Do you
I
not
go
like my
to-
sets?
I go to the toilet during headliners in the Pav because it's the longest uninterrupted bit that I can shit during. But yeah, no, I want to give an accurate view of reality with what I laugh at, and not just if I laugh at something because I think it's stupid that I don't like. I don't want them to ever do it again. I'm like, well, I better not let them hear it. But he said something like, like women aren't as good as video games. Like video games, just like they have better stories. But it is what he said. But it felt like he was just sort of just thought of that, and then he looked really proud of thinking about it. And it's like, that's a fucking
His
weird,
wee
lame
reaction,
sentence.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
So you heard it here first. Video games have better stories than all women, apparently. Anyway, so it didn't really have the desired
I have
effect
been
because
with
I
enough women
wanted
to confirm that. I've played more video games. I've seen women, so
than seen women.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
you
like,
must leave the
mates.
house.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, actually,
You played a lot of
I mean,
video.
Yeah, we
you
made
played
the
a lot of
point.
video games, though, right?
What?
You could be an absolute player and still be behind on that, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
play a lot
true.
of video games.
I
right?
do, yeah.
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 Used to play more video games than see women in the world. Here, fuck, did I tell you about this Darren Brown thing? I got hypnotized by Darren Brown a few weeks ago.
No.
Yeah.
I saw
You
the
told,
post. I didn't really know what it.
me
Yes.
when I went to Bangor, but I'll hear it again.
Aye, okay.
I haven't heard it.
I know it was one of those things. I don't want to say too much because some of it feels. I didn't have to sign any NDAs or anything, but some of it felt very personal and private and all. And but
So
like
were you hypnotized?
no, yes and no.
Okay, alright, what
Like,
happened?
and I looked some stuff up afterwards.
It's not working.
It-
It's not working. Damn it.
No, I read some stuff on it afterwards about the guy who he learned hypnosis from, and he's some people believe it's about like trance being like a state that you're in, and then other people feel it's kind of more like social compliance, and it felt more like that for me. Is that he did the thing where he puts his hand on your face and he goes to sleep, and he did that. And my first response in my head was, "Oh fuck, I'm not asleep." I don't want to ruin the show. I better start it. And while I'm thinking this, he puts his hands under your armpits and he goes, I got you, I've got you, I've got you. And he's lowering you a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm just sort of like, I'm just going to go with it because I don't want to spoil the crack. And then all sorts of stuff happened on stage, and it made me have like a near-death, fake death experience. And there was an
I think you told me it
actress.
was like about the hospital bed and stuff.
Yeah,
that
there's a
freaked you out.
hospital bed you wake up in. That was great. It was really cool. And like there was somebody playing a nurse, but I know her. I know her. She's like a local actress, and she was fucking brilliant. And anyway, it was wonderful, and he was a really nice guy. And we
So
met
how
him
long were you on
afterwards.
stage for?
About 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15
wow.
minutes.
So you're a
yeah.
massive part of the show.
Yeah, no, pretty big. There was a few volunteer bits. Teresa Livingston was on stage for a wee bit as well, doing this thing where they were talking about divining rods, and she was finding a criminal in the crowd because they'd filmed, they'd left a $5 note out in the lobby, and they'd filmed to see if someone took it, and someone did, and they had Teresa close her eyes and just let her arm point, and it did point at the guy who did it.
Well, who wouldn't take it?
Well, yeah, he actually did apparently try and hand it back in, but he looked guilty in that moment as well.
Give it to who?
Yeah, well, this
Like you
is
give it
it.
to the
Here's a
staff.
$5,
They're like,
they're just
you
gonna
guys
take
are
it.
minimum wage. Here's a $5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
oh, well,
Fiver
get that
gets
back
back.
to him right away.
I was like, all right, I'll get a pack of minstrels, like it's a $5, like, you know. But yeah, so Teresa was on for a little bit in the first half, and then I was on for quite a big chunk of the second half and all that stuff. But I basically afterwards I've been sort of just going through all of old Darren Brown's old YouTube history, like all his TV shows and stuff, and some of them are wonderful, but something that really tickled me, and I'll send you this image so you can stitch it into the podcast, was somebody in the comments, right? There's somebody in the comments whose username was Darren Brown 2438, just wrote Darren Brown, just the word, like he's a Pokemon, like. And then another comment where he goes, "Yes, I'm Darren Brown, your man." Like,
Jesus,
it's clearly not him, but and then just one where he goes, "Hey." like it's obviously not him because he's a very erudite guy, you know. It's like that's what that guy goes. He just writes, "Yes, I'm Darren Brown, your man." It just tickled
It'd
me.
be good if it actually was him.
Yeah,
Like,
it was,
like
yeah.
no one's ever gonna think
Yeah,
it's me.
yeah. I better say hey here.
Hey, it's like
Hey.
that, there's a Dave Chappelle thing I saw recently where that happened to Dave Chappelle because he tried to log in Twitter, and he logged in Twitter and he found there's already another account and said, you can't name this, there's already another account named Dave Chappelle, and he found that he was actually like, he thought it was like, people thought it was him, and he was like laughing. These are really good quotes, right? And then the account started to just randomly turn on Louis C.K. for no reason. Just started shaming him about his sets. And then apparently
love that.
he was at a comedy club and Louis C.K. was there, and Kevin Hart just came to, you're fucked.
Have you seen him? Have you seen Louis C.K.?
Not recently. Why? What's
I
he
just,
up to?
just wondered like if you'd
Seen
seen him live because I know you've been
Uh,
going to
no.
gigs for a long time.
No. I think well before I probably would have been keen before the Me Too stuff.
But what did he do? He wanked in front of people.
He
or
wanked in
something?
front of people, and he did ask for permission, but there is a sort of power dynamic. And he didn't always ask for permission. That's the thing. People go, "Oh, he asked for permission." There's like, there's a lot of times he didn't. There was a lot
I
of
thought it
times.
was
that
one time he did this thing.
Oh no, there was a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did
there
he
was a
wank,
bunch.
like,
There was
on
different people.
stage or like
no.
No,
He was
no.
with two girls instead of wanting to have sex with me. He was like, "Can I wank in front
He
of
kind
you?"
of jerked off in front of you, and there was some times where he was kind of blocking a door, and then there was a lot of times he asked for permission, but like no one ever goes, oh, what there was a lot of times when people would say I called him and he was doing it on the phone and he didn't say he was doing that, but he was doing it, and he did sort of say afterwards, I was jerking off there, is that okay? And it's like,
But why not just, if you're there with the woman, why not just have sex with her? Don't just why just wank off to her?
some people like different stuff, you know. Some people like different things. Why don't you? You may as well go to the coprophiliacs and go, why do you like to eat shit? You know, something. Probably. I know there's a word for it, so it must be a
Is
thing.
that what cotton?
Coprophilia, yeah. Well, because I used to have a joke about it, but
Well, there's
yeah.
there's the wonderful book. I think I have a copy of it upstairs.
A
'cause I'm
wonderful
random
book,
word. It's called The Water of Life.
the water of life.
Do you know it?
No.
It's a book about drinking your piss, and it gives all these pros and cons, and the cons are just insanely stupid. but
Yeah.
the pros are like brilliant.
There's got to be like, how many pros are there?
There's like
It's
about
like-
5, and there's
there's
like 6 cons, but the pros are all like stuff like it'll make your skin more beautiful. And
A
shit.
chapter on each of these things.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
full chapter as well. And so it makes your skin good. What else? Wait, why do you have this book?
I can't remember. I don't know who gave it to. It's like in a shelf, so I would go find it, but I can't be bothered.
In my head, this was like, maybe at one point you're like, maybe this is the cure to autism, nature's vaccine.
No, like I think my granddad just gave it to me one time, and I was like, "What?"
Your grand
Thanks,
give you?
thanks, Grandad.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to me, I guess.
Yeah. No, but
I better get
like,
pissing.
It's
He's
very
fine.
like he loves. He was a librarian in Belfast for years, so he loves books.
Yeah.
So sometimes he just give me random books. I'm like, I don't think he even realizes what he's giving
We'll
me.
have to
half the time.
recall this one.
It's just a collection of other books. I'm like,
Right.
thanks. Thanks.
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
didn't want this, but thanks.
Okay, well that is actually a pretty good excuse to have that book, because I'm a librarian. I suppose if you're a librarian, you could get away with having all sorts of horrible stuff under that, guys. You'd be like, we found child pornography on your computer, and like, hey, I'm a librarian, huh? People want to access this stuff. Anyway, yes.
Weird segue, but I did want to ask you about this.
About paedophilia?
No. Congratulations on
Tips?
getting engaged.
Oh yes, thank you. Thank you very
How
much.
did you do it?
Well, I
Opened it,
asked
yes, and
nicely, yeah. No, well, again, it feels some of it probably there's aspects
Was it a
of
while
it.
ago?
Yeah, it was nearly a year ago now. It's gonna be, but we're doing it soon. We're in November. We're getting it done. Getting
Okay.
it done. Can't
Okay.
wait, actually.
Good stuff.
And you know, it was weird because she did look different after. Like she looked like
Sweet.
the
Did
fiance.
you think,
Oh, you
like-
mean you see her differently now? Is that
Yeah,
what you mean?
yeah.
Right,
In that
okay.
moment, she looked different. She looked like a fiance. It was really special. Actually, it was wonderful.
Did you do it in public? So she like the classic
no.
thing she sort of had to say.
Did
yeah,
you
do it
yeah.
on
Monday
Do
or
it, like, in
something?
private.
No,
I have-
boat. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean about the public stuff, because she said for years, if you do this with other people there, I will say no.
Wait,
Like,
hold on. Was
fuck
it a
off.
boat just in the middle of nowhere? Like,
Yeah,
w-
Loch Earn.
Just you, but you two, or just
Yeah,
you
yeah.
two on the boat?
Yeah, are you thinking about the implication? Because I did
Yeah.
mention the implication
I think,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
'cause
just
we-
you on a boat
Yeah.
with her.
Yeah. She's allowed to say no, but she won't because of the implication. No, we whenever we first met, we watched a lot of Always Sunny and stuff. Because we were not serious, and then we were, and so we watched a lot of that show, and so it was nice to refer to that with the boat stuff. And it was also one of those things where I'm not going to ask it if I don't know you're going to say yes. So I did know she was
You've been
going to say
for
yes.
ages, haven't you?
Yeah, 10 years now in
Yeah, 'cause I
December.
remember you doing
December.
stuff sets about like.
A long out of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's 25 when I met her, but and I'm 35 now. Jesus Christ! But touch wood in a minute that I'll be dead with her. But yeah, like I didn't mean to sound so sinister.
It's just like it's the way you also like looked for wood as well, like touch.
Yeah.
Wood.
Yeah.
The reason I wanted to ask is,
yeah.
I don't know if there's like, there's maybe not as many podcasts anymore, but I don't think you've maybe done one since. I just thought.
Yes,
it'd be
Kieran and I
interesting
did
to
one.
ask it. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Kieran and I did one
Uh,
for a while. It was lovely, but there was just good reason not to do it for the moment. Maybe we'll return to it, but podcast studios, as I'm sure you've realised, are
is my
expensive.
house, like,
yeah,
people don't know anything.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's
I
quite
looked
expensive.
into it, like looking at some of the places some of the other comedians do it. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. Like the quality might not be perfect, but here it's
No,
free, so
and
it's
you've got
fine.
something. You're
Yeah.
making something, at least. And you can never fault anyone who's making shit. But yeah, I think it was not. It was too expensive to see no return on, and we're probably going to see no return on it for a long time. But it was fun, and
I watched it. I don't know.
some of it was all right. I think.
But then I have a tendency, for some reason, like I never told Matthew this, but I eagerly watch every episode of Matthew Dinsmore's podcast. I don't know why. I don't care.
I
But
don't think you'd be hurt by that at all.
No, but I don't care about the comedians on it. I haven't talked to Daniel Houston or Kieran in like ages. But I'll listen to their podcast and I'll go like, yeah, I love your podcast.
I sometimes get confused of what someone's told me in person and what I've heard in a podcast. Sometimes it
I
gets a
know
bit
what you mean,
messy.
yeah,
so like,
yeah.
what if I
don't
sometimes
listen-
it is doubles up.
I don't listen to too much just by people I know. I think is the truth. That's maybe a bad thing. I'm not supporting other people enough. But like I used to listen to Bomb Squad a good bit, and I listened to the Odd Tea with Me when Alan or Andrew Ryan's on or whatever.
That's what I do. I only listen to like a podcast of like Alan or someone I've actually met in real life.
Yeah.
I'm not like I've never met Andrew Ryan, so I don't really want to listen to Andrew Ryan. No offense to
He's a
Andrew Ryan, I
del-
just
he's a
don't want to listen
delight.
to him.
But yes, with proposing boat. Yes, it was on Loch Earn. It was on a boat. I wanted it to be private, and I wanted it to involve some music that she likes. So I bought a stereo, and fucking, if you have like a personal stereo that you don't plug in, it takes fucking 8 massive batteries that are quite hard to get. They're like a kind of brand.
Did you have
that-
issues like trying to get the music to play?
No, I practiced because I'd practiced the night before, and I'd listened to some of her favorite albums to find the song that I would play, and I just it was all, and I'd packed a picnic and everything.
So
and all
you
that.
had a playlist.
Well, it was only one song I wanted, but yeah, no, I had CDs because it was just a wee stereo thing.
Right.
So
So did you press play just before you proposed?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Press play in the stereo, down on the old knee, I
What
have
was the
a,
song?
I don't want to say actually.
Okay,
I
that's
don't know.
fine. That's
Weirdly,
okay.
yeah,
No, don't worry, that's
well,
okay,
because
that's
I know Sarah doesn't tell people, so
That's okay.
so I shan't. I would say otherwise, but
That's right, that's fine.
yes, down in the old knee.
Send it to me later, and I'll just play it over this whole bit.
Said some very speeching, and we both had a little cry, and it was lovely. Then there was a little in joke or two because she said she doesn't really want like an engagement ring. We're making wedding rings in a few weeks. Actually, you can make them together in silver place.
It's all about the nostalgic part of it rather than the money, I think.
Yes,
Anyway,
I
so it doesn't make any
absolutely,
sense to.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I went through my Facebook messages the other day to delete some old stuff, and I went through this chat log with an ex-girlfriend of mine and saw a link to an engagement ring she sent me, and I looked at the price and I was like, "Phew, thank God." As me at fucking 21, you're trying to lock me down with something I could never afford until probably now.
Brutal.
But yeah, instead of a ring, there was right. So one of the hobs on our oven was broken, and it trips the electricity when we use it, and so I stuck a little sticker on the hob that just says no. And Sarah found that very funny, and so I, instead of having a ring in a box, I had a box that when you open it up, there was a sticker that says yes.
Oh,
in the
that's
same
cool.
way,
Okay,
so
nice,
it's
nice, nice.
And so she still has that, which is cute as well. And do you know what's nice is after that you're on a boat for the rest of the day, and you can just sort of
Unlike
just romantic.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, it probably didn't fall in and like
No.
got Danny DeVito on the
No.
boat trying to tip it
that
off.
would be a really bad
whatever.
sign about the boat. If the boat sank, I'd be like, maybe we should hold off on this a little bit. But I wanted it to be private, but Sarah told me afterwards that right behind me, a young boy was on a jet ski that was sort of slowly spinning out of control. And so she was listening to me propose to her in this sort of emotional speech while this young boy's life was in danger behind us. And she sort of goes like, "Oh, it was nice to share this private moment with a young boy who was potentially dying, you know." So yeah, that's
okay,
happened.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
why
Did she? No, I'm just interested. I actually didn't know the story. I just wanted to ask. And
I thought you were planning on proposing. I thought you were.
and me, no,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
love life's a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How so?
You better not be proposing to me
There's
anytime
no-
soon. I'm not.
Well,
it
Sam's
wasn't-
dressed
it's
for a
fine,
wedding.
It's fine now. There's just not much. going on.
I-
Okay. Well, that's peaceful. That's a
It is-
peaceful
it is
love life
peaceful,
in a
that's
way.
true, That's true.
It's peaceful
I
in the
never
way
thought
the
about that. I suppose
desert
I
is
am
peaceful.
dressed for a wedding. I probably.
Was
I
there?
suppose I am
Yeah.
dressed for a
You're
wedding.
always- you should wear like. I
But
always,
this
I
is-
always
I
say
wouldn't-
normal clothes, but
I wouldn't consider
non-suit clothes.
this isn't really a wedding suit though.
Take your word for it.
I mean, I think
Do
yeah,
you know,
any
you know
suit.
the difference between a wedding suit and a normal suit?
I think any suit could be a wedding suit.
It's a
No,
wedding suit
there's
has to be
differences.
black.
I was at
I
a
don't
funeral in jeans there on Monday. It was lovely. I was comfortable. I was also the most brightly dressed person there by virtue of wearing jeans and a blue t-shirt, or a blue shirt. Sorry, but I have outgrown everything that I own. And like I have become more muscular, but also more fat at the same time than I've ever been in both
Fat-scular?
I
domains.
thought you'd lost weight.
Well, that's very kind of you. I have definitely gained weight, but also I've grown more muscular. I've recomposed my body, and now I'm still dissatisfied with it, just in different ways.
Sounds like you're just
So-
describing the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
Which is convenient. He's on your socks.
yeah. It's gonna be Will in your spare suit in Edinburgh, basically.
Well, we
just
wanted to do forfeits. Well, at one point we didn't know whether we wanted to do any more.
I mean,
Maybe it's
I don't know.
a
It's
dressing up
just
thing.
it's just like the whole thing of like Will wants me to wear jeans and it's an autistic thing. I'll wear trousers like that, okay, but I'm not wearing fucking jeans.
But
just
these are
not.
less
Is that a
casual than
compromise?
jeans.
I don't want to wear
Yeah.
Or
jeans.
more casual than
I'm not
Yeah,
wearing
they're more
jeans.
comfortable.
Hate the texture. I hate everything about jeans.
Okay.
You should
I
look
hate-
into
I hate
forfeits.
suits, but the thing is, whenever I wear a suit, I feel very like
But it-
strange. I just
but-
feel very unconfident. I don't know. It just doesn't
How
suit me. I don't know. I hate it. I had a thing with school. I hated wearing tie in school. It was
Right,
like
yeah.
just- I
Send
don't
you
know.
back.
It's like a
I'll
might
send
be
you
like a
back.
thing, yeah.
I think forfeits is a good idea. There was a show years ago that Robbie McShane did with Mary Flanagan, who's also brilliant. She headlined the Path there Monday. She's fantastic and underseen. And
Is that nun girl that you just put? I just love that you just put in the pavilion thing. Don't ask.
yeah,
Just
I
don't
think I
ask.
said better seen than explained. I think she was doing a character act on Monday where she was Mary, the Mother of God, and it was brilliant. But she did a show with Robbie McShane a million years ago called One of Us is a Robot, and I think at the end of the show, like the audience had to decide who was a robot or not. I think there was blood capsules involved, and I think if they got it wrong, someone died. I think you choose someone to die. I can't remember. I wasn't there that year, but I just thought that was a very fun concept to do with a split bill. It's not just here's my set and here's my set. There's a little
Yeah.
thing at the end.
But that's probably we couldn't really think of anything else except like this because obviously like Will's jokes are very different. But it's the only thing we were thinking like switching like suits. Or like switching
Switching
dressing.
outfit. There maybe is other stuff. I'm more just thinking about
I'd be
like, social
I'd be
media
actually
as well.
tempted-
Just something, I don't know.
I'd be tempted
Something
to see
to
if
pick
you could do like pull off my one-liners. Because like so most of my one-liners are kind of very like they're to do with the character on stage. They all flow
Yeah.
very weirdly. I think that might be hard for someone else to replicate.
So you could do like 5 minutes of each other's set. Something
I'd do
like
that. Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe
Not
like,
completely switch because that'd be shite.
is there something you like? Is there an element of voting you could have? Like
yeah,
one
that's
of
what
you,
I'm thinking. Like
maybe not vote for the best, but like vote for who should go away. No,
something like that. Yeah, I think something like that at the end, or
Who should
something
go
like,
away,
or
yeah.
like,
Both-
it's like something like happens at the end of one show that then affects the next night's show or something.
oh, that's fun. I like
something
that.
like that. I
Or
don't know.
like both of you have suitcases, so it's like you make it look like you're actually leaving if they vote you out or something. Nah, I don't know.
I don't really know. Like it's weird. Like the idea. Like 12
But
nights
see, if
is
I have a
enough.
suitcase
Like, I
and
don't
a
really
suit-
know. It's weird. It's gonna be weird doing the same show 12 nights in a row. I don't know because,
Mm.
and I also think like, do most people do unless
They'll
they're like a
harden you.
really well established act? Do they do the exact same set for the whole Fringe, or do they mix it up? Because I don't really do like even those stand gigs. I mix it up a wee bit. Like I
Aye,
don't even
yeah.
know. Like it might get boring after. a while,
Yeah,
doing the
I mean-
exact same set 12 times. I don't
Well,
know.
I never
almost
really,
don't
I
wanna
never really do
say.
the same set. I mostly like mix up my jokes.
Yeah,
It's like my
I-
jokes are kind of flowed together of anything as long as I remember to do the callbacks properly.
I think you should just see what it does to you, let it in,
Yeah.
and just go with that, and see what sort of comedian you end up as by the end of it, because it hardens you. You know, it's like a
Yeah.
lot of things. It
I
hardens
think.
you.
Well, I think that's a big thing about doing it with someone as well. I think doing it solo would be a lot harder. for that reason.
Yeah. I did it for 2 weeks a billion years ago, and it was in an incredibly sweaty room in Free Sisters, which was called the staff room because it was their staff room the rest of the year. So it was about from here to that table. It was
What was the capacity?
20, but
Okay.
sometimes I managed to get like 30 in, but it was people on top of each other. There was like the weekends. It just was really easy. It was really easy to sell because people were just willing to go into stuff.
Yeah.
But and there was a beer garden that you could just flyer. Like it was much better than flyer in the street because people were stationary and you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
properly
yeah.
chat to them and leave them alone after. Like you were not invading their space or time too much. Because I think good flyering is apologetic for because being flyed is fucking annoying.
It's-
You know
yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
brutal, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but
The,
that's,
the
that's
worst
a
the
whole-
worst thing is I
that's
remember
maybe-
flying for Dan Leaf a little bit in Last Fringe. The worst thing is where you pitch it to somebody like, oh, this is my friend Dan. I've gigged with him for a few years. He's really good. You'll like his show. And they go, yeah, I'll go to it. Immediately they walk off. You just see them drop it.
Yeah,
and you're like,
well, that's what I do to be
go
fair as a punter.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Do you know what was really weird? That whenever I was gigging in Barcelona, the comedians do this thing at the end of the show where they stand with a QR code of their Instagram.
That's not a bad idea.
But it's a bit
needy, but
it's also brutal because you get people coming up. So like I was in quite big lineups, so people did do better than me. So you're holding your QR code up, and they're like, it's like a queue of people, and they're like scan, not scan.
Oh,
It's
I do hate
weird.
that.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
You
Me.
can't actually do it.
Me.
I didn't even know you could do that, but they all did it. It's like, oh, I've got my QR code at the back here.
Yeah.
I've got a few followers from it, but it just feels a bit desperate. I
kind of-
didn't like it.
It's kind of like how you know the way like all bird song is basically just fuck me, like it is kind of just going me, please.
Yeah,
look
it's
at
a
me.
bit too.
Makes
I
you
don't
feel
know.
like a meat market. But I mean, I did sometimes have the QR code, but rather than stand there with it, that's way too vulnerable. I would
It's-
just sort of go, if you want, there's a QR code over there.
That's
you can give
good.
me a follow.
Even like or
And
on
I'd
the
stick it
poster
in
or
the
something.
bar or
yeah.
something. Yeah, aye. Well, do you have a QR code in your flyers? No.
So we haven't paid for the flyers yet. We need
it's
to.
not on that. That's
we get
stole them.
we get 100 big
Yeah.
ones and however many small ones.
That's sorry. I all I can think of is old timey gangsters when I heard 100 big ones. Eh?
100 big ones, yeah.
100 big ones. Why don't you come and see this show? It's got thumb screws. I don't know. But yeah, like
I actually met a guy who's doing the show just before us, which is perfect.
that's
so
always
that's so
nice. The
Is he a
guy.
nice guy?
Yeah.
Wh-
So he's doing like a
what's he called?
compilation show. Oh, don't. I met
Wait,
so
wait,
many
it's a
people those 3 days. I've got him on Instagram. I don't.
Well, it's a compilation show. We could probably
I forget.
jump on the
I forget his
compilation.
name. I actually messaged him today, but I got his name. Sorry.
It's good to meet your time neighbours.
He's doing a compilation show just before us, so if we can get on that, that'd be good. But anyway,
The guy on before me was an award-winning comedian, and it was like a prestigious enough award. It was the Laughing Horse Newcomer of the Year, but he was like a teacher, and he seemed very frayed. I think that was part of his act, was how frayed he was, and he seemed to be on the brink of a nervous breakdown the entire Fringe. But also, I can't tell if that was part of the act or just who he was. You know,
Yeah.
Alan's like time neighbor was a lady called Liberty Hodes. I can't find her. I googled her the other day because I just remembered her. But she did a show called "But It's My Birthday," and it seemed to be fucking mental. It was great. I think I saw her somewhere and I thought it was great. But there was another comedian I saw didn't quite take to that style of comedy, and I'll not name him, but he's an Irish comedian. He's really funny, and he said, "My uncle died in my arms, and that show was the worst thing I've ever seen." And that is a really devastating thing to say. You guys just trying to think of an Irish comedian whose uncle died?
No, that would be
just-
a lot
I
of
just
people,
thought of Dylan
but, like,
Moran.
I'm just trying to think, like, so was that what it was about?
No. It was, no, that guy told me his uncle died in his
Oh,
arms, and
sorry,
that
right,
show was the
okay.
worst thing he'd ever seen.
Oh,
right.
That must have been a really bad show then. If your uncle died in your arms,
Yeah.
this is worse.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay.
But
okay.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was delightfully weird, and there was a lot of screaming and crying in it. And yeah, I don't know if she
Was
still
it supposed to be
gigs.
funny?
Yeah, no, it was funny. It was funny, and there's I just think there's so many different little archetypal stuff that you can see over there. It's very fun. I'm really looking forward to it this year. I'm not going to ruin my brain the way I do every year. There's always like a point every year, even when I'm just watching, where I get a bit weird, and then I have to fucking walk around for a little bit without any headphones in and go climb a mountain or something. You know?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
No.
What?
I
Let's
think
dig into this.
I think the first year.
Is this when you go to too many shows?
Yeah, I think
Because
so,
I only
yeah.
had because Nathan Crothers told me he would go to 10 back to back. That sounds like hell. To me.
I saw a
my
lot.
attention span can't handle that.
Yeah, you
Like 3 or
overstimulate
4.
yourself.
Yeah.
I
And
I went to about
Yeah.
like 10 back to back when I was there, like at the Fringe last
My
year.
attention span's just rubbish. I just
It burns you
burns me
out.
out. Yeah.
It burns you out. And
So
then
is that
it's
what you
like-
mean? You go to too many shows and you're like too
Yeah, and
overstimulated.
like I
and
have
you're
to
like,
sit in a bath for the guts of a day. I have to like run a bath and just sort of circle around for a little bit until I feel normal again. There was this one year where I was staying in an Airbnb run by this guy, and it was like in an old school that had been converted, and he had like this dog that was incredibly needy, but he wasn't really in very much, and I got the impression he was expecting me to walk his dog, and like I really resented him, and I resented the dog for it as well, because it's like looking up at me as if to go, "You're here to walk me, aren't you?" And I'm like, "No, man, I'm here to watch shows and illicitly jerk off in this bed next door." And like, yeah, but I did end up walking the dog because I was like, I can't see another person talk about their relationship with their dad or whatever, you know.
that's the
Yeah,
whatever you call it. Yeah.
well, it was the
Yeah.
2010s, so all mental health shows and clown shows were all the rage. Now it's neurodivergence
If
shows.
my dog was here, I can make you welcome for me.
Yeah. No,
Was it
never
just you
again.
in the Airbnb?
Never. It was just me, and the guy visited every now and again. And then there was this one time where as well where he had this kid, and like I was walking around in like a dressing gown that day, and so like it was pretty close. It's pretty close to accidentally just showing my dick to this kid, because you know I was on my own a lot of the time. I was on my own, so I wasn't exactly closing the dressing gown. I was letterboxing myself. I was getting the horizontal, the vertical air on me.
Little letterbox wank. You know?
Yeah, it was no. I was, it was illicit. Like I said, I was discreet. Because I may have been there for a week. I was gonna have to have a wank at some point. Just the law of averages. But since it's not my house, I'm much more. You gotta be. I'm just like, nah.
Do you feel weird wanking on other people's houses? Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, as I said that, I'm like,
yeah.
yes, you probably should.
Yeah, I probably should. Yeah,
But in a week, that's impossible.
in a week. I mean,
I
hey,
mean, I don't have wanks very often, to be honest.
maybe for pervs like you, huh? But
I need one every day. Like, but I don't know.
What? Oh.
Aye. Well, I'm not-
Please, we're sharing a room
We're not
together
sharing a
at the
room,
end.
I've
But
organised
please do
I've
not
organised
have
it,
a
we're not.
wank.
Do you know he
right?
doesn't sleep?
What's that?
Do you know Sam doesn't sleep?
I know he told me he doesn't sleep a huge amount, doesn't eat a huge amount.
Yeah.
You're like a
Doesn't wank a huge amount.
In
apparently,
fact, yeah.
Yeah.
What goes into you? 'Cause nothing comes out of you.
Shite,
There's
nothing.
Huel.
Fuel
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah, because you're on. You don't need a huge amount. As you said, you were on the old the high calorie stuff that people have to
Yeah.
recover from illnesses and all that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of it in the fridge and those cupboards.
Nice.
High calorie stuff.
Do you have a Patreon? Maybe that's like Patreon content. Is we try some
Sam
Huel.
King?
Yeah,
Fuel,
yeah.
I don't know. Fuel
Yeah.
is one of those things like you either really, really like it, you really, really hate it.
What is it?
I imagine. Yeah, I've not
So
actually
it's
tried
like it's kind of like it's just like it's not really even like protein. It's more just like bits of food kind of all mashed into one kind of drink that you drink. It's
Yeah.
like really thick.
meal replacement
So
drinks.
it's got like lumps in it.
Yeah, I would show you, but I have to like make it and stuff. Like, have
Oh, do
bubbles.
you know? It's like blend it or something.
Well,
or-
like you can get like versions that are like just like the drink, and then you can get versions that are kind of like that you make or whatever and stuff.
Is this what you eat?
Pretty much, yeah.
Only
That
this?
and protein milk basically as well, yeah.
So you don't eat. You don't like eat. You don't
Well, I
like
eat
white fruit,
food,
yeah?
like I just sometimes just eat that sort of stuff.
I was on Four Brothers a million years ago now, the good lads and all, but
Yeah.
they had like no but sorry, they have a Patreon, and they
Oh, yeah.
and they said they had like one subscriber, and I kind of thought that's great because you could do everything just addressed to that guy, and then they just didn't seem to see the merit of it. But I was like,
Oh, I didn't like that.
all those Patreon episodes could just be like, "Hey Ben, how's it going?" Like it could just be everything is really tailored to that guy for a while, you know.
But those four brothers, like I remember doing their podcast. It's right there. I remember doing them. It was really weird because they were there's like four people talking at you, and then they didn't seem to get half my jokes.
Oh, did they
They were
not?
like,
I thought I saw some clips that looked like you were going down all right. I didn't watch the full episode, mind you,
yeah, it was.
but
It used to be my drive home tired podcast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's quite
Exhausted
nice
on the
for
way
them.
back from gig. Like,
Well, they've got a real pepper and a different personality.
Haven't really done anything since. Like they had a bunch of guests on. Like they had like open micers to like big ones like Shane Todd, and
I
then
had like Paddy McDonald one week, and then they had like
me.
fucking us. Yeah.
because for me it was Dave Elliott, right?
Aye.
And then me, and I was what's going on here?
That's a real. It's not come down. It's
No.
but it's a weird contrast, isn't it?
They didn't look like what I thought they'd look like.
What those guys under the masks?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
weird that they all look like Jerry Adams, isn't it?
Don't expose
I'm
him.
just making that up. I'm making that up. Making that up. It's like you're not meant to have a belly
Jerry
button on your
Adams never
forehead.
in the Four Brothers.
Yeah. Nice. Wait, has it been an hour? It feels like we've just hit an hour.
I don't know.
My internal clock's
we
saying.
could be about. Do you want to check? Let's find out.
I think so. Because I saw one of them was like an hour and 40, and I was like, that feels unnatural. It feels
Does it?
unnatural
Yeah.
for a pod. Ish. An ish. Do we have some like a note to end on? Like
No, we
maybe
never- we
a
never-
moral?
It's the shit. We don't
A
really
moral of
end.
the
We just
story?
start.
Let
and
me
end.
You
think.
should
But
you
yeah,
should
an
eat
hour-
and
an
you
hour is
should
quite
wank.
right. Yeah.
and
Eat
you
and wank.
should,
Yeah.
and you
Would-
should.
Would you introduce our drink? With your drink, sorry.
Oh, I
you
thought you
drink
meant as a
some-
sponsorship for a second.
Will you show us our drink? Your drink.
Sponsored by.
Next episode.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
They get hold of sponsors.
Yeah, and then the next episode, wanks. Everyone has a wank for the podcast.
Just get Pornhub to sponsor us.
The ultimate Patreon episode. It's like so how can you have -1 for subscribers right now?
You don't want to know what I did in the first Patreon episode.
Yeah, that's when they pay you not to do anything more. That's like a -1 subscriber.
Pay me to stop.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds like a pretty good deal. No, I mean not you specifically. I just mean like to do something horrible and have people pay you to stop. But you'd need a way to force it upon people. Maybe you should pay
But then
ads.
some people might like it though.
Yeah,
So we can-
that's
you
true.
can shop on OnlyFans as well. While you're at it.
People are on into weird shit. I have actually maybe this is a better note to end on because I had this bit about maybe I do all right on OnlyFans because I got weird feet.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna get one out here.
Okay.
I do get some weird messages.
Have
from
I got to
people.
fuzz this out?
They've never people have never been weird about feet, but like really flat. So there's no arch. I need to show it maybe at an angle, but yeah.
Okay, yeah,
no
yeah,
flat-
yeah, yeah.
No arch at all. Weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then on certain floors, my feet make a weird ass noise, kind of like Squidward. I think if I can maybe do it here. Yeah. like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Still making the fucking noise. It's great. Edit that out. There's your cut, boy. There's your No, that's bullshit. No.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm trying. I feel like I got erectile dysfunction right now of the foot, but yeah, that's the crack.
Do you see if this podcast?
I'll-
it'll be like some really niche
Yeah.
Reddit channel picks this up and
Yeah.
then it gets loads of views.
Yeah.
Some feed channel.
I've always wanted a wiki feet page, you know.
Oh, we can't top that. We'll leave it there. Is
Yeah.
there anything coming up? Anything you want? I mean,
You can't top that, but you
Uh,
can bottom
anything,
it if you like.
anything you want to say or promote or not that there's.
Do I look like I've got something to promote right now?
Your
Do I
feed
look
page,
like I have
your
anything
feed-
I'm
your
proud
feed
of?
page, New feed page.
I don't know.
that
Follow me in the old, follow me in the old socials there and all that. I do sketches, I do bits. I put a lot of stuff up. Nobody likes it, but I do it
Sketches
anyway.
was something I was once
I
copyright,
like
but I
them.
forgot. They're very good. They're
Well,
very
you
good.
know, what you want to talk about them? Well, you want to talk
No,
about
I just
them?
want
Nobody
to
fucking
just had a
likes
wee
them.
list of things in my head. That was, but it's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all
I make
good.
the odd sketch,
They're very good.
but it's most. Oh, thank you very much. Nobody else thinks that.
No, it's not true. It's
No,
not true.
it's some stuff hits and some stuff doesn't, and you have to kind of get used to just like I have to just make stuff anyway. You have to try and divorce yourself from the numbers, and that's fucking hard, and I hate it. But
I mean, I put a book
yeah.
in a freezer for a sketch one, and only got 100 views. So
and it's like the book is ruined. But I mean, you got the book back, right? At least nothing permanent.
no,
was
no, no,
damaged.
no. It's just been it. I thought it would
It's still there.
No, no, no. I took it out. I thought it would make it like really like cool and like it would work really well.
In the
But
freezer, yeah, it would.
it didn't do anything. It
Ah.
just made it just really cold.
Oh yeah. Oh no, sure. It only would freeze liquids. I had a weird phase when I was a kid where I would freeze a lot of shit. You know, people have a burning stuff phase. I would freeze lots of things. I had little paper cups and I'd put them in there and freeze them.
No,
What
it can't, no, it doesn't matter.
was that?
I was gonna make a really shit pun.
Go on.
Like,
Go on.
This the
you're
end.
a
Go.
freezernist,
Freeze. Yeah, yeah.
arsonist,
There's-
freezernist.
Good. Very cool. Very cool. Sorry. I'm like your dad right now. That's a really dad joke. Anyway, that's probably a good note to end on, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And again, the weird.
Yeah. I'm going to
Should we-
go
should we
away.
promote the random comedy club we're doing for this,
Oh, 100%.
tie
in,
yeah,
yeah, and the whip.
We might be doing that hopefully for every comedy thing, but we'll just say for this one, yes, 100%.
So because we're sellout bastards, what we're doing is Colin Guinness and Aaron that guy are doing their show on the SSE.
Aaron, that guy.
Aaron that guy. Aaron McCann.
Doing
That's
the
it.
SSE.
We're doing
Aaron, that guy.
Aaron that guy. So me and Will here are gonna
Him and that guy, right?
me and Will are gonna
Will
do
that guy,
cash
is it?
in and run a comedy club an hour before because we're sellouts.
It's not a bad idea. They did something at the last. You did something similar at the last SSE thing.
It wasn't us
It's just-
that ran
it just-
that one, but
to me, though, it
Ah,
just
so
feels-
you're stealing somebody's lunch. Old Papa Loxley gonna go starving because of you guys. Was it Loxley or was it John Monaghan?
Well, actually,
it
we
was
should
John's
on
wife
because then Loxley
and
didn't show up. Loxley was
Charlotte.
like at an Indian wedding or something. I can't remember if
I suppose
it's a really good
everywhere
room.
he goes, every wedding he goes to is probably an Indian wedding if he's as an Indian man. Nope. End the episode. end this now. I'm eating my own shit.
2 weeks today. What's the date? Is it 20th of June? 20th of June.
I don't know.
Cool. Wait, when's your whip? When's the sunflower as well?
22nd July.
Where can tickets be found?
Or my
Okay.
Instagram and yours.
On your
Eventbrite or
Instagrams.
whatever.
You got a link tree going about?
Yeah.
Okay. That's yeah.
I mean, nobody looks at my link tree, but who cares?
Well, yeah. It's there though. That's what matters. You could just have to.
I
You have to stick it up and hope it's found.
I have TikTok on my link tree, but I don't have TikTok anymore. So if anyone wants my TikTok, you can have it.
Why
I
you
don't
have
care.
TikTok?
I just deleted it. I
People
hate
talking shit.
it. No.
There's like a few local acts who I think you're all right, but some of them get some really mean comments in there, and I like sit and watch them with binoculars almost. I'm like, look at that delicious negativity.
It's like that comedians Facebook group. Everyone looks at everything, but
Oh,
there's,
yeah, yeah.
but there's very little likes or anything because you feel like
Yes.
anything's gonna be he liked that. Or he
Oh
whatever, it's
yeah.
Just
but like,
like,
so
oh.
what I've noticed is that if you actually ask for something, you don't get anything.
I'll
But
get-
see if you
I'll
see
get-
the instant you put up, I'm doing something, I need acts, straight in.
Yeah.
no
I'll,
lesson.
I'll give you an example. So like Jack put up about the sweepstake today,
Yes.
and I like, how do I say I want to do this?
You
As in,
say
like,
yes.
Do I say yes? Do I say okay? Do I give an emoji? Do I put an exclamation mark? Like honestly, the group just stresses me out that much. It's so political.
It's
Like,
like-
he said that wrong, or
Oh,
I
do
don't
you
know.
think?
I said yes, and other people
Think
said yes
there's a
the
lot of
same
that?
way. So I did
my
alright.
alternative
I
is
don't
to
know.
be as much of a
Sometimes-
dick as I can in that group chat.
And I have to tell myself this as much as possible, but it's like, do you know in Mad Men where your man goes to Don Draper, like about he says something insulting, and Don Draper goes, "I don't really think of you at all," and I think there's some liberation to that. In that a lot of the times when you think people don't like you, they just don't really they're not really thinking of you at
That's
all,
true.
really. But yeah, I don't really think there's a wrong way to say I'm interested in this,
No, I
or
know.
yes, you know.
I know.
But
I did alright. I nailed it with yes.
yeah, oh, good, no good.
I
As long as you
every
did.
time I post something, I always try and be like really straight up. So like for my accidental fader show, don't remember if you saw it, but like the thing I put was, if you're autistic or any other weird disease that involves this,
Disease.
message me now. I need axe like for accidental.
I also feel like it sounds kind of like a Craigslist ad, doesn't it, as well? If you're autistic or have any other weird disease, message me. Message me, please. Picture this foot there as well, just while you're at it. Right.
Yes,
I'm going to get